I think in the digital marketing area, especially mobile, I think China is ahead. I think it's got its background and history because 10, 20 years ago, the fixed lines in China are not very stable, and then the mobile is already being introduced at pretty much at the same time as the rest of the world. So a lot of the consumers will adopt to mobile quite early on. So the mobile experience actually was quite sort of on par with the rest of the world. And we do have a potential where mobile internet now is going to exceed the desktop and the laptop internet users. Now, I think because of that closeness and sort of desperate need of mobile in a daily life, in a daily business, I think the mobile service providers and all the mobile related sort of products and solutions provided in this market will closely monitor what the consumers needs and will push products to them. So very simple product like the SMS, short messaging. Years ago, Chinese consumers SMS sort of familiarity and skills way ahead of their counterparts in the US. Some of the US consumers don't know how to send SMS yet, but Chinese consumers has done more than just sending an SMS. So I think a lot of these sort of early adoption of the mobile technology actually happened here because of the history and because of the market needs. So I think that this is why we have seen a lot of the new products and services are being introduced here. At the moment, the aggregated number of 3G users in China is still less than 50 million. So it's not as high as 400 million, internet users or digital users. So when it comes to mobile marketing, people are still thinking or still have, the SMS or MMS in mind. But 3G, there's so much you can do with 3G. So my personal view, and based on what we have observed in this market, is the aggregated number of users of 3G in China, once they exceed 100 million, they're going to become a mainstream media. And it's no longer just simple texting, that marketing sort of vehicle you can do. You can do all sorts of things because people can get onto the internet. So do you want to stop using the mobile internet? There's a difference between mobile internet and the desktop internet. Yeah. So whatever you do on the desktop internet, you will do differently. And also because of the social networking is done mostly on the mobile platform and also the location base. This is something desktop probably cannot do. So I think these are the areas where once become mainstream, there's going to be, they will make your marketing or campaign very, very interesting and very intimate, I guess, to your consumers if you do it right. My view is social networking without location, LBS, or location-based service, and without mobile, it won't be as interesting, because it would just be a desktop. Just imagine if you can't do Twitter on mobile, you have to sit in front of a computer to do Twitter or to do the microblogging. But because of location-based service, first of all, people know where you are when you blog or when you microblog. And also, because of mobile, you can blog anytime, anywhere, and follow other people's blog. So I think that just further strengthen the relationship between the consumers and the social networking sites they're using. So I think because of these three elements are taking place at the same time, it made the whole social networking experience very enjoyable and more interesting and more intimate to consumers. What I have seen, what brands or marketers have done so far is still very much a company talking to individuals, company talking to people or consumers. I think that's the route that you want to avoid because that's very much a TV kind of, or broadcast. I'm a big company, I'm talking to tiny little consumers, right? Consumer I don't even really see face. But in social networking, you gotta be friends first. So if I were a big marketer, what I would do is I'll probably find someone who either from my company or a brand loyalist, a consumer who's very passionate about my brand, right? I might hire this person to open up a Weibo account and talk like a human being, not talk like a big company talk. So talk like a human being first. So you personalize your brand. And then make sure your consumers accept your brand as a friend. You then start sort of building your influence. Otherwise, they don't accept you as friend. You're not going to make any progress with your consumers on the internet or on social networking.